Well, we decided we wanted to do outreach in a new way, and so we have created an online church. And it'll be a way for people to go to church wherever they are. If they're, at the bleachers at their kids' soccer game on Sunday morning, they can still pull out their phone and go to church.
And what's the address for the church? The website address for
the website, sorry. It is churchtogether.today.
Churchtogether.today.
Uh-huh.
Where did the idea come from?
Well, we were actually talking to a group of men about being a reconciling church, and one of the men said, you all are so concerned about this issue, but what about soccer families? And we said, what do you mean about, what's wrong with soccer families? And they said, all the church has ever said to us is get your priorities straight. And so that just got us thinking about the fact that there's a lot of people out there for whom church on Sunday mornings, it's not even in the running. They're just doing so many other activities. So we were thinking, how could a family who maybe used to go to church or who has thought about going to church but just has all these other things going on in their lives, how could they still, have a church experience and still do their other activities on Sundays?
And how does the online church intersect with the regular church building, church structure, congregation that's already existing?
So our church, our St. John's Church, has partnered with the site so that basically just so that PayPal and things like that can work through the nonprofit of the church. Other than that, we partner with the circuit as well as the church in that, we have one person doing the Instagram page, somebody working on the Facebook page, somebody doing meetups. So we have different people putting different parts into the site.
And what do you say to folks who say that online church is not real church?
I have an answer for that. So obviously the one piece that was difficult for us to figure out was how do you have community? Where's that Christian community if you're online? So that's how we came up with the idea of using the meetup page to actually do get-togethers. So wherever you are, if you're in New York or Roanoke Park or Sacramento, you can get a meetup together. You have a neighbor that needs some raised garden beds built, or maybe a food pantry needs helpers, and you just put it on the meetup site. You get your people together, your little community, and you go do that service project, or you get together for fellowship or Bible study or discussion.
Now, what is the meetup site?
So the meetup site is meetup.com, and from our church website, you go directly there, and we can put up 3 events at a time. So we have, like, our church launch is going to happen. We have a Taizé service happening in Healdsburg. There's a praise concert happening in Windsor. So we can put those events on the meetup site. You can go in and see what's happening. You can sign up to go. You can get the address, all the details, and then invite others to join in.
When is the launch scheduled?
Well, that's been the hardest part of this project is the site builder being timely with the site. But the site is pretty much complete. Now we're just trying to mobile optimize it so it can be seen on the phone as well as the computer. So we're days away. We're very close.
As we think about making disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world, how do you see this particular new would be a newer model of ministry working in that calling, in that quest?
Well, I think that's what's exciting about it is people are already online all the time, right? I have 400 Facebook friends who have others Facebook friends, and just we started with a Facebook page to kind of get going with our churchtogether.today community. And we're already probably 2 generations out on that. So there's a lot of people visiting our Facebook page that I don't know. And so we're already getting exposure, just friends seeing friends, seeing friends, seeing friends. And so we're growing a community already, even though we haven't launched the site.
How has the church embraced this new form of ministry?
Yeah, we're an elderly, aging congregation, so not everybody even knows what we're talking about. I think part of the exciting part of this project has been a room full of 60 and 70-year-olds creating a website that 30-year-olds are building who have never been in a church. And so this coming together of just creativity around this thought, this idea that could maybe work for people has been really exciting. So our church family is excited about the idea of it, and I don't know how many will be able to find it when it launches. We're going to show them, we're going to give them a hands-on training when that happens so that they'll be able to experience it a little bit. Most of them have a computer. Some of them use it.
Do you think it'll be a challenge to create new content every week?
Yeah. You know, really to keep it up the way we want to, it needs content every day. We have a daily chapel that will have, you know, meditative prayers and blogs, discussions, things going on all the time. So that'll have to be updated constantly. And yeah, that's a challenge.
As we think about our annual conference and creating new faith communities and reaching new people, why should folks invest in this?
I think because it's a way to stay connected to a community no matter what else you're doing and where you're doing it. So where a lot of aging congregations are full of people who travel at all different times of the year, they're doing different things in different places, they can continue to be a part of this community no matter where they are or what they're doing. And there's no obligation, but at the same time they can connect in at any time and any place. So.
As you know, representatives from about 360 congregations will see this at annual conference. Is there anything else you would like to share or say to them?
Yes, get on churchtogether.today and use it, enjoy it. You know, let it be a part of your life because I think it'll be life-changing.